Hello everybody, and in today's video we are going to be doing another C++ program exercise. And we're going to be doing C++ programming exercise number 4. Now C++ programming exercise number 4 says, write a program that reads a file consisting of students' test scores in the range 0 through 200. It should then determine the number of students having scores in each of the following ranges: 0 through 24, 25 through 49, 50 through 74, and 75 through 99, 100 through 124, 125 through 149, 150 through 74, and 175 through 200. Now we're going to actually run this program with the following test scores. It's going to read this file right here, and this file has these test scores. So I'm going to leave it on here for like 5 seconds so you guys can copy it down on your own Notepad++ file. And make sure you include this in the same program file that you have with the following numbers. And once you do that, you can start writing. We could start with this program. Now the first thing you must do is you need to make sure that you have these header files included. They are very important because this program will not function without the F stream. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to initialize a couple of functions. So first we need to write in void read data. And now we're going to write in if stream, and then we're going to make it a reference variable, and we're going to write in input file, comma, int list, comma. Oh, also this has to have the has to have those brackets, comma, and size. After doing that, we can go down here and write in void print. Now we need to write in int list, comma, int size. After we oh, by the way, that is a mistake. It's not supposed to have brackets all over. Now once we do that and we have that at the end, we can get to the actual int main function. So first thing you need to do is you need to write in int scores 8, which is equal to 0 for now. And after that, we're going to declare some variables. First, we're going to declare input file stream in file, and now we're going to have in file dot open parentheses chapter 8 underscore ex for data dot txt. Make sure this little end attachment is .txt in order for this to work, because if it is not .txt, then things may not exactly work as expected. So just make sure you go with the standard text file. And now what we can do is we can come here and we can write in if in file, meaning if there was something wrong and in file failed to open, then we enter, and now we see out not open the input file, period. Program terminating. And out. And then we return 1. The reason we return 1 because the program must terminate, and since we took something as, actual input, we took something from the we took an actual file and we decided to use it, we have to return that file, and that is what is signified when we use return 1. Now after that, we read data in file, comma, scores, comma, 8. And now we print scores 8, scores, comma, 8. And now we see out and out. And then we write in file dot close. Now you can see that is the this program is pretty much all it is. Now the actual complicated part of this program is making the functions. It is not only the hardest part, but it's also the longest part. So let's get to that. So now what you need to do here is you want to come down here and you want to write in void read data input file stream and input file, comma, int list, comma, int size. After we do that, we add these parentheses, we write in int score, int index, input file, score, and now while input file, well, we haven't reached the end of an input file, then index is equal to score divided by 25. After doing that, if index is equal to size, then index minus minus, if index is less than size, list index plus plus. After that all is done, we take in input file, score. Now basically what is going on here is that we have these variables. You input the file that you want to take data from, you input the list that you want to put data in, and you input the size of the, you input the size of these stuff. And now, once you do that, the size is the amount of it is the amount of little brackets, or it's sort of like the ranges, you could say. So, here we take in the first sort of input piece of data from the input file, and then we have while input file, and while we have not reached the end of this, we have index is equal to score divided by 25. This sort of divides them into the ranges that you want. And now if index is equal to the whole size of the ranges, then you take one away from the index, because that's just how index works. Now if index is less than size, then you add 1 to the to whatever value is inside of the index, to whatever is inside of the index plus plus. And then if we take in input file score. So basically what this does is it converts each of these numbers right here. It converts each of these numbers into these different, it turns each of these numbers into a different sort of number. So what I mean is that it turns this 76 to like 4 or 5 maybe. It'll turn this 89 into 4 or 5. It just turns them into the ranges, because you know how there's 0 through 25, or 0 through 24, 25 through 49, and 50 through 74, and 75 through 99. These two will be put into this range. And since they're going to be put into that range, they'll have an index of 4. But technically that index is actually 3, because 0, 1, 2, 3. Anyways, now that I've cleared that up for you, we can get back to the topic. So once we do all of this, we now have to print out the data that we just got. Okay, so now let's get to it. We need to do void print int list, comma, int size. And once you do that, you can do those parentheses, and then we can write in int range. Int range is going to be just initialized. Int lower range is equal to 0, and int upper range is equal to 24. Now the way that this works is that we are going to actually use these two numbers to set up the ranges. After we are done with those variables up top, we can write in CL range number of students. I think that should be enough spacing in between. 2 tabs right here, 1 tab right there. Endo. Now after that, for range is equal to 0. Range is less than size. Range plus plus. We see out. Set W 3. Low range. Lower range. Set W 3. Upper range. Set W 15. List range Endo. Oh, also, by the way, you need to put some of those there. I accidentally forgot to put that. Now we have lower range is equal to upper range plus 1. Upper range is equal to upper range plus 25. And now if range is equal to size minus 2, then upper range plus plus. And then we had C out and L. Now I'm just going to explain to you what everything here does. Now what we have here is we have these lower ranges, which are, of course, as I already explained, the ranges, like we're going to have 0 through 24, 25 through 49, 50 through 74, that stuff. And these are going to change after each repetition of the loop. Now, in order to set up our little, setup, we first add, we have these 2 things right here. And under here would be the ranges that these students are in. And now here comes the for loop where we actually print stuff out. Now we see out and we put the column at 3 at lower range, and then we add a minus, and then we set W to 3 upper range, and then we set W 15, and then we list the range. And no. Now now this just prints out what we need, and then these 2 lines of code updates the ranges. And now if the range is equal to the size minus 2, then upper range gets added by 1. Now, after we are done with that, the program, this function terminates, and we will actually be done with our program, and the only thing that's left is for us to, close the file. Now I'm just going to quickly explain to you once again how this works. Now basically, we have these 8 spaces inside of this list, and we add 1 for each and every single. We add 1 for each and every single one of numbers that pops up in one of those ranges. So as I already explained, if it's 0 through 24, that gets added to the range of 0, and now 0 will have a value of 1. And let's say that we have 3 numbers, all of which are in that range, then we have 0, and the value of it will be 3. And that's basically what these do. They actually increase the values of what is inside of that index. See? Now we can actually run this program. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to put a semicolon right there. Let's see if there's any other sort of error logs on our thing, and no, that's it. Run this program, and there we go. There we have it. All of our ranges from there. And now if we pull up this, you can see that this actually is correct. We see that there's only one number. Let me see. There's only one number with the range between 0 and 24, which is number 12 right here. And you can see that that actually is correct. And now we'll check out what numbers are in between the ranges of 25 and 49. Let's check that out. 25. Okay, so we have boom, and then right there. So that's 2, just like our program says. Now I hope you guys had a good time doing this program exercise along with me, and I hope you guys can, have fun doing it with you all. Hope you guys can have fun doing this on your own. And just remember that programming is only as fun as you make it to be. Hope you guys have a great time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.